Let's get ready for school using a full face of L'Oreal Paris makeup. Except I graduated in 2022 from college and I got my associate's degree, so I am no longer in school. Let's do a quick run through of what we have here. We literally are only using L'Oreal Paris down to the skincare. So we have a serum, we have moisturizers, lip glosses, eyeshadow sticks. This is a concealer, but not in my shade. They sent me the wrong shade, so I've been using it as contour. Eyeshadow sticks, more lip gloss, mascaras, setting powders, lip liners, you can't see it, setting sprays, the Lumi Glotion. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The only product that I don't have is primer, but I'm probably gonna use like the Glotion as primer. So let's get ready for school while I give you some advice. We're getting up close and personal. Let's start with some skincare. They recently sent me this. This is the L'Oreal Paris Bright Reveal Vitamin C Glow Moisturizer. I don't know why I said moisturizer like that. Yeah, and then I also have this collagen moisturizer and then this collagen serum as well. Let's start with relationships. You're in high school, you're super young, right? You're probably gonna find someone you like or someone who likes you, and it'll be cute and it'll be fun. Hopefully you guys last a really long time. But that should not be your ideal focus for the entire majority of your high school career. You know what I mean? I remember getting into a relationship with this boy and I think I was 16. I was 16 and we dated only for like 7 or 8 months. Broke up with me on my mom's birthday. We didn't even go to the same school, but I would be skipping classes for him and I would just be like so focused on him, you know? This is the Lumi Glotion in the shade 904, Deep Glow. Also, I don't know what kind of look we're doing today. We're probably gonna do like an everyday basic routine with like a fall twist maybe. But yeah, I would skip classes for him. I ended up like just messing myself up, you know, my grades and homework and not hanging out with friends. Even my friends were like, you're hanging out with him a lot. That's cool. We're glad you have a boyfriend, but what about us? Hey, hi, we're still here. So yeah, if you get a boyfriend, cool, cute, but just make sure you're doing your thing. Make sure you stay on track with everything. I'm trying to tell my cat to slow down because he be throwing up after he eats and then he's like, oh, I'm hungry. Well, maybe you should have thought about that before scarfing down your food. Freaking animal. So yeah, if you're gonna get a boyfriend, just make sure that you're doing what you need to do. Don't sacrifice your schoolwork or hanging out with your friends. Do the things that you love to do while having a boyfriend. And even now, I'm taking that advice because sometimes you can get wrapped up in being so in love and this and the third, but like there's so many guys, there's so many people that you can have crushes on and still keep it cute and do your work. You're 15. You're probably 15 or 16 watching. Actually, not even. You're probably 14 to 15 watching this video. This is the Infallible for 32 Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I'm going to use the shade. They sent me two. I'm going to use this one because I'm a little bit tan right now. This is in the shade 510. Now, friendships, right? You want to make sure your friends are people who are nice to you and people who have your back and not people who just want to be around you for benefits and they see like your spark and they're using you for your spark. You know, I've had a couple of people like that and it was just draining. Like there was this girl that just wanted to dress like me and be like me all because of what? A boy. So let me tell you this story. It's very quick. Basically, our school, we had like crews or whatever. Actually, let me not be that detailed because I don't want this person, if they're watching, I don't want them to be like, what are you doing? But anyways, we had homerooms and basically I was in a different homeroom than this girl and this guy, right? It's like the first few days of school, literally freshman year. Somehow, it's the first week. Somehow I'm already the talk of the town. I don't know. Basically, I started liking this guy and he was kind of cute and he complimented me on my perfume or whatever. And this girl was like, who is this girl? I don't even know who she is. This time the third. And she kind of was just like hating on me before even knowing me because she liked him. And the guy that was giving me compliments and kind of like flirting with me was flirting with me, and she was just not having it because she liked him. And I didn't even know who she was, and I was just like, okay, I'm literally just standing here waiting for a friend right now. She kind of was just like talking shit about me, and then we ended up being friends, but I didn't know that she was talking shit about me until later. Or maybe I just didn't take it as like, oh, she's talking shit about me. It was just like, whatever. Because at that time, I would say like I would try to play dumb and not get into any problems and be confrontational for sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And I was just like, whatever about it. So we become friends. I notice that she starts to become familiar. She starts to become very familiar, even down to the clothing and the hair and just things that I would say. And so basically, I felt like she was becoming me because she liked this guy. I felt like that was the only way that she thought that she would get him to like her. And maybe, I think he did once or twice, or I don't even know. Maybe he just liked the attention, but being like me and looking like me and asking me every day, like, what are you wearing? Let's match, this, that, and third, whatever. So they sent me these concealers. They're a little too light, but let's see if we can salvage it because I really want to do just like only L'Oreal Paris. Like I have other concealers that are good to wear that wear, but this one's kind of like a peachy. This is the Infallible 24 full wear. So yeah, she ended up just wanting to be like me because of this guy. Now, like, I get it. You can be boy crazy. Like, it's high school. Your hormones are everywhere, this, that, and third, right? But you can't change yourself for a guy. He will not like you because you become this girl or the person that you think you should emulate because they like them or they're around them or, you know, this, that, and the third. Be yourself. And whoever is meant for you will follow you. I hope whoever's watching this, you're happy or becoming happy with who you are. Like, don't compare yourself to other people. Don't try to be like other people to get another person or just attract something. You have to be you. Moral of the story. I don't really put a lot of concealer on my chin like that. But, ooh, she's looking a little ashy. It blends really, it blends really nicely. It's actually not as bright as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like blinding. So yeah, be yourself. And that kind of transitions into like friendships, which we're going to get into. Friendships, group friendships, like having a crew and everything like that. Like I went through all of that. I've been through all of that, from having a big group to having literally maybe 1 or 2 friends towards the end of my high school career. Oh, that is fucking bright as shit. There is 150% cliques in your school. It doesn't matter if it's like in the movies or not, whatever. Like, there are cliques no matter what. I feel like that's like an evolutionary thing where you just flock to whoever is most similar to you. Like the jocks and the cheerleaders, obviously they will hang out together because maybe they use the same space. Or I feel like whatever you are going to find your group of people. So in my school, I feel like there was cliques. Definitely had the cheerleaders hanging out with the cheerleaders and like the cool kids. We had like the gaming kids. We had the artsy girls that were kind of like low-key emo. And then we had, what else did we have? We had the stoners, 100% we had the stoners. We had the Ivy League students. Well, they weren't like, they like the students that were like always talking about like wanting to go to Ivy, or like just the really, really smart kids. And I wouldn't say that we had like a queen bee, but there was definitely a group that was just popular, and definitely you can see them, you know who they are, and they kind of like ruled the school. They knew everybody, basically. The concealer is not that bad. I'm just diffusing the sharp. Oh my god, there's like hairs. It's the worst feeling when you feel a hair on your skin while you're doing your makeup, because it is like the only thing that I can feel. Yeah, just diffusing that. But it looks good. It looks good. We're not doing too terrible, okay? L'Oreal, you're blending nicely. It's giving cute. Now, this is the part where I'm gonna get a little bit scared of, right? I picked the wrong shade when... So when you get, there are certain PR packages where you can select your shade and like you know that you're gonna get PR, and I picked the wrong settings powder. So I'm scared of this because this is not my shade. This is very, very brown, and even using it on like my contour areas, it still was a little weird. We're gonna use the pink setting powder. This is their infallible blurfection. So yeah, there wasn't really like a queen bee, but there was a group of people where you knew like, oh yeah, those are the cool kids. They're favored by like the teachers, and they're known by most people. They're really cool, pretty much everyone, and they can make fun of whoever they want and not like be in trouble for it, whatever. So that's that. Let me do contour really fast. So these, I'm like, every single time like I'm bringing a product, it's like the wrong shade or like the wrong use of it, whatever. Okay, so this is actually their concealers that they sent me, but I selected the wrong shade again, and I don't remember if they just sent me whatever color or if I picked the color, but these are concealers and I've been using them as a contour. This is in the shade 420. So what was I saying? So yeah, there's definitely going to be cliques. I wasn't personally part of a clique. I was part of the clique. I was part of the neutral kids. Like, it was just like we weren't like specific. We were just like a group of people who were always like making jokes, and just like we weren't like outcasts. We weren't dropouts. We weren't like bad kids doing like crazy stuff all the time. Like, we would do our schoolwork and like be positive to each other. So there was never like a really specific thing with us. It was just like, I don't know, I guess you would call us like in Mean Girls, the three of them, what's their name? The three characters, whatever. You know, Katie Heron, the gay kid, and the emo girl, like they were kind of like neutral. They weren't really like in a specific group. You know what I'm saying? So I would say I was pretty neutral. I wouldn't say I was popular. Some people have said that like, oh yeah, you were pretty popular. I'm like, no. I definitely wouldn't say I was popular. Popularity is a thing. There is like a hierarchy. You can't like, just because like we're in the year 2025 and, you know, cancel culture and like, you know, wokeness is still a thing. There's still systems in place, and there's still like hierarchies that happen naturally. I feel like that's like low-key just a natural thing that happens, unfortunately. But there are people who are more favored than others, especially by teachers, which is hella weird. You guys notice how everything's just like blending seamlessly? Like, this is like so beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's do blush. We're gonna go in with their Lumi blush. This shade is a bit pastel, but I think we can still make it cute. I really just want to use all the products so I can say like I have a full face of L'Oreal Paris products. But let's do it. And I think it's going to pair nicely with this setting powder, so that's what we're going to do. Speaking of cliques and like the mean girls and like, or like just like the popular crowd, you're going to run into people who are not the nicest bunch. You're gonna run into people who are intimidated by you because you don't really care about being liked by all. You're gonna run into people who just pick on you for like if you have skin issues, if you're overweight, or if you're literally anything. You're gonna run into those people, and you need to defend yourself. That's actually really pretty. That's actually really, really cute. And this is actually gonna be so perfect with the blush, because it's kind of like that. It has that similar pink. It has that baby pink vibe to it. That's really cute. Yeah, you're gonna run into like bullies, and I wasn't bullied in high school. Like, I was teased here and there, but I wasn't really like bullied. I was more so bullied in like middle school and in like junior high, for acne and stuff like that. That's probably going to be like the first, if you have acne, that's probably going to be their first form of attack against you, and you need to come back correct. You need to say something back. You need to defend yourself. Just stay away from those people. Like, especially if you're not someone who's like very outspoken and knows how to like come back with something quick. Remove yourself. Tell the teacher, be like, hey. Well, I mean, like, I back in the day, I was never the type to do that until it got really bad. to the point where I didn't go to school for like 2 weeks and I literally couldn't look at my peers because I was just being bullied like on a consistent basis. But if it gets to that point, I would say definitely talk to the principal, your teacher, whatever. But say something back. Be like, and that's why you look like, and that's why you have an F in geometry. That's why you're, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to come back with like something like low, but come back with something. Have friends that'll back you up. Have friends like my best friend Desiree. She was a ride or die for me. She did not play. She didn't play. She was like, "What you said? Meet me outside." Like, seriously. Defend your friend, defend yourself, like stick up for yourself. Don't be shy. Even though it's difficult to say that because it's like I was shy and I was like not the type of person to do that. Like there were some times where I would come back with something, but I kind of just was like, whatever. But looking back, I wish I had said something because I feel like you just reclaim power that way. You know? Okay, now we're up to the pink powder. I'm actually really obsessed with this powder. This is like really coming out beautifully. Like the coverage is so seamless. It looks like skin. I don't feel like heavy. I feel like I'm not wearing makeup, and that's dangerous because I will go to sleep in my makeup. If I'm tired, you're not catching me in that bathroom. Should we put a little bit more blush before we set? Do I have blush blindness? Hold on. Wait a minute. Where's the blush? Wait, hold on. Where's the blush? I'm like a little bit freaked out right now. Oh my god, it's right. It was. Let me just show you guys where it was. It was literally right behind the contour. Let's put a tiny bit more blush and we're gonna set. What I like to do, I like to tap, and tap it on the back of my hand. Then I get my concealer brush. Make sure there's no creases or anything, and then we set. I'm kind of like going over the blush because it's not going to cover it. It's literally just going to set the blush because it's also pink. That's so pretty. So yeah, if people are bothering you and picking on you, fight back. And don't get into any fights. Like my school was not known for getting into fights, but like there would be like the occasional fight here and there. My best friend was in a couple of them, but love you, Desiree. But yeah, like just if you don't need to get into a fight, don't do it. I don't condone violence. Like don't do that. Don't do that. This is really coming together. Like, and of course these three want to pop up. Yesterday my face was like mad clear. Whatever. I don't have contour powder or like bronzer powder, so I want to test this and see how it comes out, because if it's like too, you see how orangey that is? I'm scared. So we're gonna put this on my hand. We're just gonna like see what that does. That brings me to groups. So you're gonna get a group. Like in the beginning of my freshman year, I was with these two other girls for like maybe a few months, or maybe even like the first month of school. And they were really cool. There was nothing, I didn't stop hanging out with them because they weren't cool people and like funny, interesting people to talk to. I just, didn't know anyone, and they were like the kind of like the first people that I met and could tolerate and like want to talk to and felt comfortable to talk to. And they were like really good friends. It wasn't just like a passing thing. Like they were my friends. And we still were after we like stopped like going to lunch together or whatever. But I ended up making more friends and meeting more people because I was coming from a school where I was just getting bullied a lot. I didn't really have friends like that. And I kind of just isolated myself a lot. And I'm coming from a very strict place as well. So it's just like, it's not normal for me. I wasn't used to like talking to people and wearing, regular clothes. Like I was used to wearing uniform and having a schedule that I was going to every class together with the same people. Like, no, I was going to class with people who were different and I was meeting so many different people. And I was just like, wow, this is so cool. Why didn't I come here for middle school? You know, I went to a Catholic school, so things were different over there. All right, matte. We're matte, but we're glowing at the same time. We have like we have a glow from within. So I'm really loving this makeup look. Just a really pretty girl doing her makeup, getting ready for school. Okay, so they sent me these eyeshadow sticks. There's this like, let's swatch them. There's this celestial tape top toe. Ooh, it kind of matches my my like hunter greeny. This has like a purpley green vibe to it. I don't know if you can see that on camera. And then we have black, it's kind of like shimmery. And then we have this like burgundy-ish color, starry Bordeaux. It's like iridescent, has like a reflection to it. I think this one matches more my... Do we put that on the corners? Or do we put black on the corners, right? And then this in the center. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, let's set first. I literally have 3 cans. And as I started learning new people's names and getting to know people in my classes, I started to make friends. I was really happy about that because it didn't feel like they were judging me because of my acne. Like, I was still suffering from acne, but at that time I was learning how to do makeup and trying to cover my skin so that way I wouldn't get bullied, because I thought that was just going to be a repeat. So my defense was like just putting on anything that would cover my face. But eventually I stopped wearing makeup, and you know, my friends at the time accepted me, and I was like, they're not saying really mean things to me while talking to me about food, or like, you know, that's the kind of thing that I was dealing with. It was constantly about my face and constantly about things that didn't matter. Okay, we did good with the eyeshadow. This side is looking a little bit wonky. All right, maybe we can salvage this. We have like this smoky-ish vibe going on, and then we're gonna put this in the middle, and I'm gonna use my finger. Ooh. But yeah, I ended up being with a totally new group that accepted me for me and genuinely made me laugh and genuinely wanted my presence for me. I had a true friend group. I also have these highlighter Lumi sticks. Ooh, this is the Glassy Pink Ballet. Let me see. Ooh, yeah. You see that? Let's see if I put that in the center just to make it more shimmery. Yeah, I like that. Cute. It says shimmery little look. We'll put some on our nose here, on the Cupid's bow. These are cute. I really like these without foundation because I find that the sticks kind of, you know, take off some of the foundation. What's next? We talked about a lot. We talked about cliques, we talked about boyfriends, friendships. Let's get into peer pressure. This one's a little bit of a sensitive topic, right? When you're at this age, right, you're very impressionable. You're very, I wouldn't say like gullible, but your mind is just more open to suggestion just because it sounds good or because the other person is like really adamant about you doing this thing for them, whatever that may be. But you're just very impressionable at this age. Okay, let's do mascara. I don't know why I couldn't get that out. Scary. I think this one's a little dried out because I used all of it. I don't even think it's dried out. I just literally scraped the barrel on that one. Peer pressure. It is a real thing. Even though we are in the woke society, like when I was going to school, yes, we were still in the woke society, but it wasn't like this. It was not as, you know, open about topics and regulating things with like, you know, all gender bathrooms and, you know, talking about all this stuff. I'm sorry for my face right now. Mascara requires complete concentration. And then I kind of let it like dry a little bit so I can, I'm wearing lashes at this point. I really like this eye look. It really matches my little cardigan. So yeah, there's gonna be moments where you're with a guy or a girl and they want you to do something for them, whether that's sensual, sexual, whatever you want to call it, you kind of have to decide, like, do I want to do this right now? Am I ready for this? I don't know. And if you don't know, don't say yes. You know, you want to make sure you're ready for whatever it is that you're saying yes to. And that's not even just with sexual stuff, that's with, like, that's a very real thing that comes up in high school life. Drugs is a very big thing. There's a lot of people who smoke all these different types of things. There's a lot of things out there that people do before the not required age, because there's no real age to do it, but it's better obviously if you're older. But you know, I've met people who are doing things that they shouldn't be doing at their age, and I'm not talking about smoking cigarettes. I just say be wary of those people. It doesn't matter what it is, and doesn't have to be, but like, you get influenced because you're like, oh, that's kind of cool, and like they kind of tell you about it, and you're like, let me try it. It's not like it's skateboarding. It's, you know what I'm saying? So those are things that you really want to be wary of. What is it? Oh my god, that's been in my teeth this whole time. You guys didn't tell me? I'm using the mascara as like eyeliner because I wasn't sent an eyeliner yet. I don't even know if they probably do have eyeliner. Also, if you don't know, right now it's raining. It's pretty gloomy outside. It's been gloomy like the entire day, so kind of have like a shimmery eye going on. I really like this look. I think we can take out our clips. So yeah, peer pressure is a very real thing. Just be on the lookout. Make sure you're ready for whatever it is you decide to do with whoever, or, you know, whatever the case may be, you'll know. I have to like redo my hair, but my hair came out kind of okay. It's a complete unknown. Your brain is practically smooth, and I don't mean that you're dumb. You just haven't experienced a lot yet. Let's brush these eyebrows because I'm looking a little crazy. And that brings me to homework, assignments, school life in general, like academics and stuff. I know it's hard because high school is hard. High school is annoying. High school has a ton of work, especially my school. We didn't take the Regents. We only, if you're in New York, you know what that is. I don't know if that's like a nationwide thing. That's just New York. I don't know. I took the Regents only for ELA. Oh my god, why is this eyebrow? I have to get my eyebrows done because it is so hard to shape them when I don't have it done. And last time I got them done, they tried to give me like a 90s eyebrow, like a 90s thin eyebrow, and nobody ever asked for that. Like, I literally said just to clean up. Like, what are you doing? Academics. You want to make sure that you're getting your work done. My school, we took only the ELA Regents, and we, instead of the other Regents, math, history, science, whatever, we wrote 20-page presentations. Like, we wrote papers. These papers were like sometimes 25 pages. And we would present the presentations in front of our teachers. We would get graded like in person. Like, it was a live presentation, and we had to like do labs and certain things like that. Like, it was very intricate and like a lot of work. I'm just basically saying that to say, like, high school has a lot of work, especially depending on the high school you go to. It may be like more intense than others. Just make sure you're getting your work done on time. Like, let's say you're going to school, right? It's Monday. You get homework from 3 of your classes. Do your homework that night. Even if it's due on Friday, do your homework Monday. When you get home, do all of your homework. If it's Thursday and it's the night before, and you're like, oh my god, it's due in the morning. I have this class, 3 classes back to back in the morning. They're all due right then and there, and I don't have it done. You had the whole week. You had the whole week. What's the problem? You're not going to pass, and then you're not going to get into the college, your dream college, or you're not going to get into a college, even if you don't know where you're going to go, you're not going to get into a good college, or the one that you choose at the last moment is like, oh, that's not a good college, and I don't really know. You are fucked because you decided not to. You guys have my nails? Because you decided not to do your homework, and you wait till the last minute. Stop waiting till the last minute. I know it's really hard. I know you don't want to do your homework. You want to go hang out with your friends after school, and then you want to scroll on TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is. In my day, we weren't really scrolling on TikTok and Instagram like that. It was mostly Instagram, but it was really YouTube and like whatever show was out. We weren't heavy on social media like that. Like if we were on our phones, we would be on Instagram or just like texting. Like that's it. Okay, so here's a review of everything we used so far. We used foundation, concealer, blush, setting powder, mascara, eyeshadow sticks, highlighter stick, moisturizer and serum, setting spray, lip gloss. So we pretty much use everything except for the lip liners. Now, I lost my favorite lip liner because these are a little too light for my lips because I have a pigment. So this wouldn't be the best liner to use. I usually use it like in the center, but the other one that I had, it was literally a brown pencil, and I think my mom stole it from me. I talked about this in my YouTube video. You have it.
I had it.
I told you guys.
I took this to Puerto Rico, and now it has been in my makeup pouch for a good while.
I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna open that makeup bag real quick. Let's see it. So I can't really use these. They're a little too light, but they're a really pretty color for like the center of your lips. So what we're gonna do, there's this lip gloss, which is super cute. There's also the color changing ones, but I don't think I'm gonna use the color changing lip glosses. Or maybe I should. No, I don't really want to. But these are really good. I'm gonna use this one, see how it looks, because it has some color to it. It's like a very natural, I feel like it follows my natural pink lips in the center, and it's like not covering all of my like pigment, so it looks like I have a natural lip liner. So this just kind of emphasizes that without taking the color out of it. Like I'm ready to go. Like I really love how this all turned out, and this was all L'Oreal Paris makeup. My camera's dying already. Jesus Christ, DJI. Come on. Back to academics. Make sure you're doing your homework on time. You're gonna get tests, pop quizzes. Make sure you're doing all your work so you can just have fun and not be stressed out. I've been through that, leaving things for the last minute or just being like, oh no, I'll just do it the morning of. And then I end up doing something wrong or just half-assing it, and I could have gotten a higher grade because I decided to wait till the last minute and just half-ass it. Stop doing that. No procrastinating. Like just do it as soon as you get it. There's times where they're like, we're giving you your homework now. There's 15 minutes left of class. We already covered everything. You guys can do your homework now if you want. I would do my homework now. Your bestie sitting next to you be like, hey, give me 1 second. Let me finish this really fast. Because I don't want to do this when I get home. So, and we're going to see each other after school. Oh, so we'll talk then. Let me do my homework now. Make sure you're just doing the best you possibly can. Don't half-ass things. Don't procrastinate. Your GPA is how you get into colleges. You want colleges to see that you're doing, extracurriculars, you're, on time to school, no absences, and you're just doing everything you're supposed to be doing. You don't have to be a straight A student. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's whatever. You don't have to be an honor student. Yeah, let me know if I covered everything. I feel like I'm missing a few other points, but I pretty much covered everything. I really hope that you guys are listening to what I said and taking it in. No, but seriously, like, I really hope you guys like enjoy this video, and hopefully this helped you on your first month of school. I don't know when I'm posting this, hopefully somewhere in September, but hopefully this helps you. If you want part 2 or have specific questions about specific scenarios, drop it down below and I will get to it. But yeah, also this is not sponsored. I just love L'Oreal Paris and I had a bunch of their stuff, so I was like, let me just do a full face. You know what I'm saying? This is not sponsored at all. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the advice that I gave to you guys and you actually implement it into your high school career. This makeup look came out really nice. Like, this is a first day of school look. Well, maybe not the eyeshadow, but like the base is eating, the blush, the lip gloss, a color changing. Let's see what the color changing lip gloss looks before I go. Let's see if it color changes on top. This is a plumping one, so your lips are gonna burn a little bit. Not burn, but it might not change color because it's on top of another lip gloss, but we'll see. I think it's already changing color. I think you can see it a little bit. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.